guys, this is Emma the Vlog Lady, and today I'm going to be talking about Pretty Little Liars Season 7 Episode 17. It's called Driving Miss Crazy. I didn't record a reaction for this episode, but I kind of wish I had, because I think I got the biggest laugh I've ever had watching Pretty Little Liars, and that was during Aria's dream sequence in which Mrs. Hastings told her that she was a selfish little bitch and that she wouldn't piss on her if she was on fire. This coming out of Mrs. Hastings' mouth and directed at Aria both made me laugh out loud so hard. But how did I feel about that particular sequence? Did I like it? Did I hate it? I'm sort of somewhere in the middle. It kind of felt a little jarring to me. Pretty Little Liars has always done things like dream sequences very well and eerily, I think. But this one was played for comedy, and I almost felt like it was uncomfortable because of the comedy aspect of it, particularly when we're talking about a girl who had filed a police report about a guy who had been predatory in nature and who had stalked these girls, basically, manipulated Aria into having an underage relationship, and now we are having this comedy sequence, seeing him beaten up and seeing, you know, Mona sing, and it just felt a little weird. I liked seeing Janelle Parrish sing. She's an awesome singer, but this was a far cry from her in the eye abides the heart moment. Aria's confrontation with Mrs. Hastings in the dream was clearly Aria feeling guilty about what she'd done, so she's basically saying that to herself. And I don't think many fans would disagree at this point that she has been a little selfish, and she does deserve to be treated harshly because of what she's done. I just can't get my head around the Ezra and Aria thing happening right now in the series, because we have had 7 seasons of the writers making Ezra almost unstoppable. You know, they're impenetrable. If anybody ever had a doubt about Ezra, you know, Ezra had that great moment of being suspected of being A, and after that he was quite swiftly forgiven. The whole idea of him being this weirdo who kind of went after 2 young girls. He's supposed to have not known that Ali was young, even though she was clearly uneducated and a little naive. And then he deliberately went after Aria when she was like 16. And this is kind of never mentioned. I like the way that Ezra, when he was talking to Aria about what the problem might be between them, because there was some weird distance happening between them in this episode, and Ezra could sense that straight away, that he mentioned the book instead of the fact that he had embarked on this relationship with her at all. So to him, what he did with the book, in wanting to write the book, is more important than actually what he did to Aria, even though they were intertwined in a way. To be honest, if we were looking into Aria's mind like that, I would have expected to see something a little less silly, and I just didn't like the way it was played, basically, to make it, you know, a comedy out of this situation, when actually, by raising this storyline again, by making it seem like there was massive problems in their relationship and that wasn't a normal relationship, they are kind of souring the Ezra relationship now. And I think that I personally was starting to feel okay about it. Was now that Aria was an adult, I was thinking, well, everything's okay now. But now I'm feeling like if she went to the extremes of filing this report after finding out that he'd done this to her, is that really something that you can get over? Is that really something that can be forgotten and you can have a lifetime with a man like this? I just don't know anymore, and I don't feel like I support the Ezra relationship anymore, because of Aria's frailty, I guess. I think that possibly was underestimated because of the fact that she was so besotted by this guy. Anyway, I think I've talked about Ezra enough. Okay, so in general, I felt like this episode was a bit like last week's in that it didn't give me as many answers as I was thinking it would. At this stage in the game, I thought that we might be getting a lot of red herrings thrown at us, but in this episode we saw a lot of the same characters, the central characters, and it made me think like Melissa isn't going to be AD, because we've never seen her for a while now, and people like Jason or or random characters who we might have thought was AD. They're just not going to be AD. Someone in the group is going to be AD. That's the feeling I'm getting because of the focus in the episodes. And I really think that it's going to be Spencer or Spencer's twin. We did see in this episode, in the last scene when Spencer was talking to Mary, that she was walking away when she heard a noise. So that indicated someone else was there. But I have a strong feeling that it may be her twin that was there. And there is so much focus on the Drake family, the De Laurentiis family, and the Hastings family that it seems clear that the mystery lies with someone in that family. I think it was telling in this episode that Spencer found a robe that said property of Radley Sanitarium, and she couldn't remember how it had gotten there. She said this must have been what they brought me home in, but she wasn't sure. So perhaps I'm thinking that might have belonged to her twin. We got confirmation in this episode that Mary did indeed kill Jessica. I was a little disappointed in that because I wanted Mary to be a pure character that Spencer could rely on, but then actually Spencer found some common ground with Mary in that she could understand why Mary had committed this crime against her sister. And Spencer understood why Mary had been forced to take action against her because she had taken action against other people in the past, such as Rollins. So they actually ended up bonding a little bit over the fact that Mary had killed Jessica. I did wonder why this AD has given Aria the file. What is the purpose of this? Why is Aria having this special treatment? And in fact, why is Aria getting this dark storyline so close to the end? I heard a weird theory last week, and it was that Aria's brother was AD, and I just thought that's the most ridiculous thing ever. He hasn't even been in the series for years, and he was never seen when he was in the series, and now I think that actor has gone on to other things, but I just kind of feel like Aria has some bigger role here that we're not seeing. Because of the fact there's so much focus on her and her psyche. Caleb and Hannah getting engaged was quite a sweet moment. Obviously going back to where they had originally started with the tent, and their love seems really genuine. I can't believe we are so close to the end because of the fact that we don't have a lot of stuff to go on in terms of theorizing. It doesn't feel like there are a lot of suspects left in terms of trying to nail down who is AD, and I genuinely do think that the only answer, the only thing that would make sense, having looked at the past few episodes, is that Spencer has a twin. In regards to that, Mona is obviously seen at the end of the episode. The question is Mona helping the girls, or is she part of the AD plan? Is she in fact AD? I would say no, because that would be unfulfilling, I think, to most fans, and I think. But my question is, if she was helping the girls, then why did she keep the shovels instead of just getting rid of them, like she did with the windshield when they killed Rollins? Why has she got all this stuff stored up in her lair? If she really is helping the girls, then I fear for her safety because of the fact that she's so deep into this now. With all the information she has to be close to AD and finding out who they are, and she possibly may be in danger. I don't want to see Mona hurt, to be honest. I like the character of Mona so much, and she's been through so much. She's already died once, and I don't want to see her die again. I don't think any of the other characters would really care. I wouldn't believe if any of the other characters suddenly said, "We love you, Mona, don't die." I wouldn't believe it because I haven't seen evidence that they really have forgiven her or that they respect her as a person. I think they still hold her at arm's length. Anyway, that's it. I'm looking forward to the last remaining episodes of Pretty Little Liars, and I hope that the pace steps up a little bit and that we get a crazy ride towards the end that we weren't expecting. I just hope that it all makes sense. Thank you for watching today. If you like Pretty Little Liars, you can subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be watching the remainder of the season, and I'm also doing some Twin Peaks reactions and reviews and theories if you'd like to join me for that. And you can follow me at The Vlog Lady on Twitter and at Facebook, and you can leave your comments below to tell me what you thought of this episode if you have any particular thoughts about it. I know there was a lot of mixed reactions to the song sequence in this. This was basically fan service gone wrong a little bit, because I think so many people had a very extreme adverse reaction to it. It was like, what the hell, the show has jumped the shark. This was not the right moment to do a dream sequence like this. However, I did see a lot of people saying they loved it, and they loved Janelle singing because she's an amazing singer and performer, that it was very funny to see Veronica speak to Aria like this. And I kind of see both sides of, but I do feel like the writers put that in because everybody was saying, how about a musical episode? A lot of the cast members can sing so well, and this was their response to that. And anyway, that's it. Thank you. Bye.